Ciao a tutti, Marco Cirone, Black Boxer from Italy. In this video we'll talk about gimbals. So in the last few years, gimbals have become an essential tool for the video maker, and the market is now full of different types of gimbals with different prices, with different features. But why do you really need one? Because you absolutely want to film fluid, smooth footage while you're on the move, especially if you're planning to sell your footage. You really need to stabilize your videos to look more professional, and for this reason a camera gimbal is what you really need. Now with a gimbal you can, really enjoy the freedom of handheld shooting, eliminating all the camera shake that's typical of handheld shots. Keep in mind that if you're planning, for example, to sell your videos, production companies, directors and so on, they are all hungry for this type of clips these days, okay? So adding this professional looking gimbal works to your portfolio is a great way to attract potential clients. The gimbal has an electronically stabilized 3-axis system that allows smartphones or cameras to stabilize the video while recording. So I'm talking about an instrument with advanced features, almost futuristic features I would say, to which the smartphone or a camera is connected. When choosing a gimbal, there are a few things you really need to keep in mind. First of all, some gimbals are designed solely for stabilizing your camera, while others offer many more capabilities. For example, some of them can be moved with a remote control, or, and this is amazing, they don't have a proper remote control, but they can be controlled by the movements you make on a smartphone. Other type of gimbals have motion lapse video modes where you can set the camera to slowly pan while capturing time-lapse video. Now, for those who don't know what's a time-lapse, it is essentially a sequence of photographic shots separated from each other by a certain time interval, for example 2 seconds from each other, which we can then speed up in post-production. And the result is amazing, because we will see the scene flowing at a greater speed, highlighting the slow movements of, for example, a flower that blooms. A motion lapse, on the other hand, is simply a time lapse, but the shots are taken while the camera is in motion. Now, some of them even have auto-tracking features where they can automatically keep a moving subject in frame. So you'll have to think about really what features you want, what you'll be shooting, and what's in your budget, of course. But which is the best gimbal on the market? With technology, it is impossible to say today which will be the best buy in 6 months or a year, but definitely what you have to do when choosing the best gimbal is to consider the size, the weight, battery life, and build quality, of course. Which stabilization technology do they use? And this is another thing you have to really consider. If, for example, it is a smartphone gimbal you're looking for, because they are much cheaper than camera gimbals, and you don't want to spend much money, please remember that some of them, some smartphone gimbals, work only on 2 axes. So they smooth out only tilt and roll, which means movements going up and down or from side to side. But what you will definitely want is instead a 3-axis gimbal, so that you can smooth out not only tilt and roll, but also panning. Okay, the panning movement from left to the right or from the right to the left. Now, finally, consider also compatibility. The gimbal needs to hold and support your device. And last but not least, the software. So which features this software has. future updates. If even just a YouTuber needs a stabilizer, you can imagine how important it is to have a gimbal in your bag if you intend to improve your footage as a filmmaker, and this is true even if you're just starting out. Thank you for watching. Marco Cirone, Black Boxer from Italy. See you in the next video.